Hello, friends. Welcome to Movierecap NL. Today we present a science fiction film from Australian filmmakers titled Otherworld. Enjoy watching, and I begin. A guy named Apo came and sat down. Jard approves that the girl invited the guy to swim, but when they all went, the girl left in the middle and they swam together to the bottom of the water. We see René with eyes like a dark liquid. René talks about his plans and praises woman who was in the interview. After that, apparently, René is proud to have an interview with drug addicts. The girl asks about the other world and questions whether it differs from others. The girl says that this world is not much different from the real world, and the drug is a biological traditional remedy designed for love. After that, René heals. She installs a special device on her head to read brain waves, which causes her eyes to become dark and sleepy. René's father warns that this technology, developed over a long time, might be harmful. He fears physiological symptoms that could affect brain growth. René confirms the drug's side effects. Taking too much medicine may cause complications. René describes this technology in the script. The brain affected by the drug falls asleep in the groups playing, and the ideal state is a kind of trance. René explains how the drug uses you and what the consequences could be, but this state repeats and it becomes a problem. The new environment is penetrated and changes begin. Byron, a specialist, can remove her from the drug's effect. When the guy takes her down, René spends 6 days in her dreams. The girl is told she must correct the code because the board flight must be ideal. René and Byron continue working on the board flight's correction repeatedly. Also, the simulation test with her father continues, and they bring back empty boxes from other tests. The girl marks her 340th test and realizes she may need additional tests. The commission insists on using nature in the other world and stresses the psychological problems in humans must be addressed. René realizes that her father is the only savior, and for the other world he comes forward. He encourages her and gives her hope. The next day, René goes to her grandfather and they discuss the possibility of help when the disease worsens. Her grandfather fears something bad might happen. René goes inside. She suggests teaching people how to recover from drugs and allowing some time for writing in a simulation program. But René refuses. She becomes angry and then meets Dane. The guy asks what happened, but the girl does not explain. Dane says he did not expect her to become so addicted. René hides the phone so Dane will not notice and takes another dose, putting it in her eyes. When the snowboarder takes the dose, René also takes the experimental dose that her father developed. The guy quickly calls for help after leaving. All doses have been tested, but René herself passed the test with this exact dose. The girl is offered to live in a life support mode which activates the brain instead of provoking the nerves. René agrees. Actually, she spent just over 24 hours in this state during 365 days. Byron uses an eyedropper to put a dark liquid in her eyes and a kaleidoscope appears. In the strange blood, visitors come and from the walls, a number appears showing the first day of her stay. The blood has a bed, documents, a tablet, a pen, and an avocado liquid for the locks. They undergo training, and on the tablet they write ideas on how to improve this place, but no one should see these writings. When the day begins, the numbers on the screen turn red and change. The girl discusses her group and her father, asking what kind of group it is and how they came. On the 87th day, she confirms to her father that the group has arrived, and with help, there is a chance to return. The 365th day arrives. The girl waits for the red track number, but suddenly the number 1 appears on the tablet. René cannot understand whether she can leave the procedure and goes into a coma. She opens the hatch and sees a crack through which she can exit, and she sees a guest wrapped in a blanket outside. René quickly puts on her clothes and hides in the car. The girl who went up sees a commercial for another world. When she arrived at the station, René witnesses when the world started. Her apartment also shines, but no one else has lived there for a long time. Finally, René comes to ask her friend for help. The girl accepts and gives her a right to use it. René learns about Dane's death and is shocked. Dane appears in the simulation and explains what happened. At that moment, the red. René learns that her grandfather has registered his patents and hopes for help, but the patent was stolen. Then René goes to the office with the police. She finds a hard disk there and takes it. After that, she brings other life data from her grandfather's computer to her home. This opens new possibilities. The opening scene of the film appears and René is shocked. Her grandfather had gone home. The girl talks with her grandfather and learns about the theft. Finding the computer, Renee decides to understand her simulation. She learns that Denny's was also involved and that he continued the simulation show for 11 people. Renee develops experiments to give Jard the chance to use tricks. She could use the trick in the show, her otherworld drug version. Renee is happy but unexpectedly starts shaking badly. After analysis, Renee tries to increase her abilities. The girl also goes to the hospital with her father and stays until the swelling goes down. The doctor decides that ignoring the condition and not waking up is better. Unexpectedly, the experiment guest appears in the rows. The experiment participants scream in pain. The pain commands the brain functions. Only healing disappears, and when the girl appears on the beach, it shows she has an effect from her past. She enters the water and the waves seem to take her away. The water is finally calm. Renee thinks about her father, grandfather, and Denny's. The commission confirms the decision not to accept the drug. Renee asks you to continue the research and the campaign to prevent harm to others. She leaves, but the patent remains protected. This pleases the family. Renee comes to the Department of Medicine and talks with her grandfather. Then she returns to the office and reviews her experiments and ancestors. They understand the girl's condition and that she can handle it. But Siam forces her to participate in the experiment again, urging her to act quickly. Renee says she can return to her previous state soon, and the experiment begins. Renee comes to the same place, stands up, and increases the liquid inside, while Siam stares at her and seems to control her tightly. They understand that she will return to her previous state. The conflict remains, and it is possible she will survive. But Renee insists on living fully through 365 days plus one extra day. You wake up and begin to cry. Renee and Byron leave her alone. Then the girl meets her grandfather for healing and the son of the doctor. Thank you for watching. Please write your thoughts about the film in the comments, like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until we meet in the next episode, goodbye.